is Dustin with Home Mender, and today we're going to be replacing an exterior door jamb that was kicked in. This one's pretty bad. It's, well, it's just awful. I'm going to show you how to change it. Let's get to it. We're going to start by removing the old jamb, taking off the latches and the catches for the doorknob and deadbolt. Of course, mine are laying on the floor, so I don't need to remove them. We can pull the rest of the door casing off. This with a pry bar. If you get any nails that are protruding, hammered back in, pull off the weather stripping. That one's pretty old. We're going to go ahead and replace that too. Go ahead and start by dismantling however your jamb is secured. Sometimes it's screwed, sometimes it's nailed. This one's been previously repaired, so I have some face screws here we're going to pull off. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of walk it out. We do not want to disturb the top jamb. You can pull any nails you got left over. If you can't pull them, use your trusty side cutters and just clip them. Do the same with the bottom. Careful not to disturb your threshold. Once that's off, you can see some screws or nails where the factory has nailed the threshold to that side of the jamb. We're going to clip those too so we can slip our new jamb down inside. Now that we got our old jamb up, we're ready to install the jamb kit. This jamb kit is about $20. You get all three pieces. We're only going to be doing one. It comes with this little funky cut side that's going to sit on your threshold. Make sure you put yours in the right way. We're going to put that side down, rest on top of the threshold, and then we're going to cut the top to fit. Measure up from the bottom, and you're going to want it to run up past your top header jamb. That's 81 1/4 to the top jamb. We're going to run ours about a ½ inch further up. 81 3/4. Go ahead and pull off your weather stripping. Square. Now you can see our old paint line right there. That's where we're going to cut our new jamb to fit. Now you're going to want to cut this piece and this piece at different lengths. This top is going to slide up beside our top jamb, and this one is going to butt to it. Measure up. 81 looks tight. Let's cut our inside lip to 81. Now, of course, your measurements may be different, so definitely measure for yourself. Set your saw blade depth so we don't cut all the way through the jamb. That little piece chips off, and that's ready to go in. Slide the bottom in, pick up the header, and then push the top in. Fitting in nice. Now you can see how this piece here butts underneath the jamb and the side slides up behind it. Let's check the swing of your door, make sure it's working. Looking nice. Next we're going to shim the jamb. Now we know where the top and the bottom are going to fall because they're going to press up against your threshold and press up against the top of your jamb. So let's go ahead and shim that now. Get it nice and tight. After your top and bottom are shimmed, let's close the door so we know how far to shim the middle. Now that we got our jamb in the right place, we're ready to screw it off. I like to use deck screws. They're exterior, they won't rust, and I find if you put the screws next to the weather stripping slot, then you won't see the screws. Make sure you screw where your shims are. That way you won't crack your jamb. Go ahead and cut or break your shims off. Next, we're going to install our interior door casing. You may want to insulate this if you have a big gap. I don't have a big gap, but we're going to insulate it anyway. Once you install the insulation, we're going to measure our door casing. From the ground, we're going to measure to the top of the top casing. I've got 83. We're going to use our trusty miter box saw so we can get our 45-degree angle. And since my truck has been rated, we're going to use a hacksaw since I can't find my trim saw. Once our casing's cut, we're ready to fit it in. Secure it with finishing nails. 4 or 5 nails should do it. Now we're ready to set our locks. We're going to shut the door and we're going to mark on our new jamb where the deadbolt and the knob catch falls. Let's go ahead and fit our weather stripping in there so we can get our latch right. With the weather stripping tight, now we can see where our latch falls. No daylight, we're looking good. Now with your 1-inch paddle bit, let's go ahead and drill for our latches. Put it right in the middle of your jamb. You will need to drill all the way through for your deadbolt, but you don't have to drill all the way through for your knob catch. That's up to you. Take your deadbolt catch and trace your shape. Same thing with the knob catch. This one's best to flip backwards to avoid running into the nubby issue. Now with your nice sharp chisel, we're going to want to recess our catches. Only need to go in the thickness of the catch, which looks like about 1/8 of an inch. Don't bang too hard. Go ahead and do it all the way around the perimeter. Get creative on your little arches. And then chisel out the middle. Now go ahead and install your deadbolt catch. We're going to make sure we use long screws in here so they contact the stud. We don't want just the security of the door jamb holding our deadbolt closed. In case this happens again, we want them to have to fight to get in. Now do the same thing with your knob catch. Let's give it a test close. Looking nice. Deadbolt is engaging and we're good to go. Alright, so that's it. We got our old door jamb out. We got our new door jamb in. It's looking nice. Everything's shutting tight. Weather stripping is keeping all the daylight out. The locks are engaging and we are secure. We got our new casing on. All that's left is to caulk and paint. I'm going to leave that up to you. So for Home Mender Inc., this is Dustin. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.